32. You too old to be acting like a moron.
LGBTQ. What's up?
Have a good night, Kamala Harris.
Oh, that was the most joke ever.
When comedians have jokes about the woke, some hecklers tend to get easily offended, so that's why we are taking a look at woke hecklers getting destroyed for 30 minutes. So let's jump right into it.
I voted for Joe Biden, but that didn't feel great. Felt like I was giving Grandpa the keys to the Oldsmobile and telling him to drive to California. Give credit where credit is due. I'm probably the most pro-anti-Trump comic out there. That month.
You're not.
The up!
As a white guy trying to talk for black people.
I'm not.
No, you're not.
Yes, I wasn't.
No, you were.
You just tuned in.
Trying to.
Well,
you were trying to.
For what? What are you upset about? It's not me.
No, and any black person ever try to laugh at his jokes? No.
Stop having fun,
This woke heckler is getting upset over his political jokes, but it's about to get way more intense.
Go ahead, yeah, stop having fun.
Can we get her an ad?
Wow. Are you serious?
See, yeah, no, that's what happens.
No, you're white, trying to like talk about, no. And you
My probation officer is here now. I don't know who get mad at, but it's not me.
No, a white person trying to make fun of black people.
See, now you're crying, and I was just trying to make you laugh.
No, don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Now I'm gonna make fun. I was trying to be empathetic.
It wasn't funny.
It was not.
No. I don't care. You try to like laugh at that.
How dare I at a comedy club? She came here for a TED Talk. Everybody knows you go to the basement for political opinion.
This heckler is far from done with her outburst, but do you think the comedian has gone too far at this point? Leave your comments below.
I don't even know what he's saying, but it's just, I was tense. Why do you think I'm doing this for a living? You think I was a football player? Go ahead. There's nothing you can say to me I haven't said 6 inches from the mirror. You're the first name going in my side note tonight. Have a good night, Kamala Harris. Now's the time I need you on my side.
No, that was the most joke ever.
No, I got like 4 more in the chamber.
No, Kamala Harris.
Wait, don't drop the scarf, man. That was $3 at Dollar Tree, man.
Madden. No.
While the comedian is genuinely confused about what got her so offended in the first place, he now is on a mission to get his revenge on this heckler.
Yeah, go pick up the gun she left under the chair.
Are you serious? No, y'all wanna laugh about it?
I'm so horny for no reason right now. Don't blame me, I'll come. Okay, wait, hold on. Focus. Before I do my last joke, can I ask you a question? What part was I being racist at? I didn't even get to my Jim Crow jokes yet. I got blackface over here in the trunk. I was ready. Why the fuck are you recording? Put your goddamn phone down.
This next heckler had an even more insane outburst. Just watch.
To appease to the LGBT community for Pride Month, football is now. What's that? Big article. I can't. Hey, wait a minute, hold on. Are you on Facebook? Is that for me or was that for you, sir? What did you do? Well, the riots are coming to the mall. I'm in the middle of a book. Yeah! She was kind of hot though.
Imagine being so offended over a joke. Well, another heckler had something to say when Mark Random made a joke, and let's just say it instantly backfired.
I was talking to this person, a kid who was trans, and he said, you know, I'm trans, and then I said, well, could I be trans? And it's like, I want to understand, I want to sympathize, and then he says, no, you don't get it. And I said, well, how do you know you're trans? He goes, no, you don't get it. And I thought, is trans just rainbow goth? Seriously. What's that now? Yes, that's true. Did you hear what she said? Trans people are disproportionately affected by violence. But it's usually when they found out that they tricked someone and crossed their boundaries. So what that means is that's like saying, you know, high school jock frat bros who draw women, when the women are disproportionately supposed to be in the face.
It's great to see this young comedian handle the offended heckle so well, but it's nothing like what happened when Vivek Ramaswamy performed, and suddenly a woke heckler got emotional. Just watch how he turned a bad situation into something good.
I'm gonna sit across the table from Xi Jinping.
LGBTQ.
What's up?
You heard me?
I actually didn't.
LGBTQ.
Yep, what about it?
Yeah, you just said there was nothing about transgender.
Yeah, so how about this? I give you the mic, and we hear what you have to say. And then I'm gonna answer you, and you'll hear what I have to say, what everybody else here has to say. Does that sound like a good deal?
I don't need the mic. Yes. I can speak louder.
Well, stand up, tell me your name, and state your question.
My name's and I grew up here.
Okay.
In this town. LGBTQ is a serious situation in this world today. There are children that get bullied because they are gay, they're lesbian, they're transgender. I don't need that.
Okay, you're welcome to have it if you want.
I don't need it.
You get to ask your question, but after that, you're gonna hear me give my answer. So I'll let you finish.
What is your stance on LGBTQ?
Good. Thank you for your question. I'm going to answer it. I'm going to go into a level of depth that I don't usually go into, and I'm going to do it because you asked the question. You deserve an answer. LGBTQIA, there's so many letters, they've just added a plus at the end. That's where we are now. What's going on? So the same movement, because if we're going to call that one thing, let's play it fair. The same movement that said that the sex of the person you're attracted to is hardwired on the day you're born. That was the premise of the rights movement, for it to count as a civil right. That movement is now saying that your own biological sex is totally fluid over the course of your life.
Hypocrite.
You can't believe both those things. Well, I think I'm going to get to a deeper say. That's where I was about a year or two ago, but I think there's something deeper going on, and I'll tell you what it is. So the same movement, and by the way, let's think about the women's rights movement in this country, which said there's many ways to be a woman. You can have long hair, short hair, you can wear a skirt, you can wear jeans. Now says that, oh, if actually you want to behave a certain way, that means you're a man. So I think that the hypocrisies go all the way down, and I'll tell you what's going on. You can't believe both of those things at the same time if you're operating according to principles of sheer logic. But you can if you're adopting a faith, a cult-like belief system. So this is controversial for me to say, but I'm going to tell you what I think. I believe that transgenderism specifically is a mental health disorder. I believe it's a mental health condition.
Okay.
Well, no. We're going to finish this. This is good. We have to have open conversation in this country. But I don't think the compassionate thing to do. Well,
it's how they feel.
Well, let me. If I'm going to give you a chance to respond if you'd like, but we can't have an open debate in this country if we're not able to state our views.
That's how they feel.
That's how they feel. And you know what? I'll tell you a story, and you deserve to hear this. I met two young women in this race about 6 months ago. Their names were Chloe and Katie, two young women. They're in their 20s now. Both of them had their cut off. One of them had her uterus removed. They're in their 20s. They regret that decision. One of them wants to have kids. She'll never have kids. The other one will never breastfeed her children. They'll never be the same because they had that done to them when they were teenagers. So no, when a young person shows up and says, my gender doesn't match my biological, they're asking for help.
Well, you just said 20. That's not
They happened to them when one girl was 13 when it happened to her. She's in her 20s now and regrets it. This is what's wrong in this country. We will look back at this and say this was barbaric that we allowed this to happen in this country. That is not compassion. That is cruelty. And so I don't think the right thing to do is, I'm not going to villainize those people. You don't villainize people who are going through suffering, but you have to be willing to say when a kid shows up and says, my gender doesn't match my biological, you have to be able to say, what else is going wrong at home? What else might be going wrong at school? Get to the bottom of what's going on. Help that person with compassion, with dignity. So my view is this: if you're an adult, you're free to live your life however you want as long as you're not hurting somebody else. If you're a man, you can dress how you want. If you're a woman, you can dress how you want. Identify how you want. We're a free country and I'm not going to stop you. But kids are not the same as adults. And we have to protect our children. And I'm going to go further than that. We can't change the way that women and men compete in sports. We can't do that. We can allow you to live your life the way you want to, but we can't change the way that we operate in our own life. And I'm going to finish this thought and then you get to respond, because I think this is good. We don't do this enough. Open debate. I love this. I think what we've had in our country before is a of the majority, and that's what we worry about. But right now, we don't have a of the majority. What we have in this country right now is a of the minority. That's what we have right now, a of the fringe minority that tells you to shut up, sit down, and do as you're told. No, we have to stand for what is true. And so I promise to you, you will have a chance to respond. I'm going to keep my promise. You tell me. This is good. We don't do this enough in our country anymore. Open conversation. Tell me.
I was a child when I knew that I was gay. Not the fact that I wanted to change my gender, but living here in this town, I knew that I wanted, that I was a lesbian, that I was attracted to females.
And you know what's
But I had to hide it.
And when did you grow? When was that? In the 90s?
Oh, no. Let's see. I came out when I was 19, so I was born in 1983.
So I think where we are now, we're in the similar generation. I think things today aren't what they were. I grew up in Ohio in the 1990s, and we're in a different place today. We all are in our own echo chambers and silos, so it's good for us to talk to each other. I like that. Something funny's happened, I think, in the last few years in this country with the civil rights movement. It's right when we get to closest to the promised land of true equality that we then start obsessing over systemic racism. It's right when we get to the point in our national history where whoever you are, you can marry who you want, where you want, if you want, whatever gender they are, that we start then obsessing over this identity revolution. You know what's actually funny right now is many people who are being taught to say that, hey, if you're a woman attracted to a woman, you're not a woman, you're a man. So that's the transgender movement. The L and the G, first of all, don't have that much to do with each other. The G and the T don't have as much to do with each other. But we're clubbing all of these things up to create more division. I the term persons of color. You want to know why? You take 100 different cultures, combine them into one thing that's designed to be opposed to this other thing we call white. And so the way I view this is, you are free to live your life the way you wish to, as long as you don't hurt anybody else in return. And I'm free to do the same thing too. But that doesn't mean we change the way men and women compete in sports. That doesn't mean we change the way men and women. I don't think that just because you identify as a man doesn't mean that you're entitled to a trophy. Do you agree with me on that?
That's different.
You agree with me on that?
I get you.
You agree with me on that? All right.
That's different.
Because men shouldn't be swimming with women in women's sports competitions. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's
different.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
That's
And so that's what I'm saying is it's not all the same thing, right? And so we got to respect people and treat them with dignity. Every one of us is different. But all I'll say is kids aren't the same as adults. And if we can agree on that, then I think we at least made some progress tonight. We'll have a step forward. So thank you. I appreciate that.
It seemed impossible, but Vivek ended up earning the woke hecklers' respect with his great communication skills. But this is unlike what happened when Nimish Patel faced a very absurd heckler. Just watch.
Are you a doctor? What's that? You're not a doctor. So why are you telling him to put his mask on? But look at, have you seen everyone around him? What's your name? Vero. What do you do, Vero? I don't forget about you. You're a school teacher. Elementary school teacher. Thank you for your service. But don't talk to my patrons like they're your students. Thank you for coming. Put your mask on, bro. Hold on. Vero, who are you on the phone with? 2 minutes to me. Who are you calling? Your mom. That's the worst answer I've ever heard. It's 12:15. You thought it's a normal thing to do to take a phone call in the middle of a comedy show. When everyone was laughing, you thought people would be able to hear you on that side of the phone. Vero, I'm sorry. Thank you. Whoa. Who said that? Are you white? You want? You want to come up? What's your name, bro? George. She speaks plenty of Vero. Sit down. It's fine. George, you're welcome to go. You think I'm kidding? We were so close to the end, man. We were so close to making it to the end without experiencing Boston's bullshit. And now, thank you, George, for leaving this in my mouth for this people named George, at least. You piece of shit. How'd you hear about this show, George? How'd you hear about the show? You saw me on YouTube. Thank you very much. I hate you. I hate you for reasons that are very deep to explain, because I want to like you. I want to like you as a guy. And you thought that what you said would be funny. It probably was the three of your goofy friends that are sitting next to you. How old are you, George? 32? You're too old to be acting like a
The comedian didn't appreciate the last heckler at all and gave him instant karma. But which comedian was your favorite? Anyways, like and subscribe, and see you next time.